Hello everyone. For those of you who are new here, I'm Daisy Fox and this is Daisy Fox Tarot. For those of you who are not so new here, welcome back. I'm so glad you decided to come visit me today. So we are doing a tarot reading, pick a card reading for you guys to find out what is being left unsaid, okay? So normally I do a relationship focused reading once a week, but you know, today I was just meditating on what it was that I was what type of topic we were going to do. And I was like, you know what? I feel like as a collective, we all just could use a little bit of guidance, insight into our interpersonal relationships, not necessarily romantic relationships, okay? So this is going to be talking about just any interpersonal relationship that you have, maybe where there's a little bit of conflict, maybe not. Whoever it is that you have in mind, we are going to find out what is being left unsaid, okay? What is it that they kind of want to say to you? Something that your guides feel like you need to know, okay? But that this person is just not going to speak about, or they're just not going to come out and actually tell you point blank period, this is what it is, okay? So, excuse me. We are going to draw some oracle cards here on camera for your 3 piles, okay? You guys will pick your pile, and then I will see you guys in your piles. I'll have the timestamps in the description box down below, and I'll have that in the pinned comment for you as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll grab those 3 cards, and I'll walk you through picking a pile and all of that if you're new to pick a card readings on YouTube. So let's go ahead, jump in here. Let's find out what is being left unsaid. So for my pile number 1s here, ooh, this one did not want to come out of my hand. And we have for you guys, we have the, oh my goodness, of course it's going to be something I can't pronounce, the Kalupalik. Not entirely, I probably butchered that. I'm so sorry, you guys, but we have that card for my pile number 1s. It is considered a monster, okay? And it says the warning. And then for pile number 2, I feel this one right here, we have Tikane. She's a heroine, and it says the adventurer. All right. And then for my pile number 3s, I'm feeling this card right here, 100%. We have, ooh, it's another one, you guys. It's Pelodal. It's Papalodal, Lodal. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm mispronouncing it. It's this one, Goddess the Brave. Okay, you guys, so anyways, these are the 3 piles. Sorry, of course they would be, pile 1 and 3 would be ones that I cannot even pronounce on camera. But anyways, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So feel it out. Which card do you feel the most drawn towards? Okay. Whether that is the messages on them, the warning, the adventurer, or the brave, or maybe it is the color. Okay. Maybe it's the depiction specifically. Maybe you just feel a strong pull towards one or the other, and it didn't even matter kind of what the card specifically was. You saw it laid down and you're like, oh yeah, I know it's pile 2. I know that's the one, okay? You can also take a look at the timestamps in the description box down below and in that top pinned comment. Take a look at the numbers. If there's any numbers there that are angel numbers or that resonate for you, okay, you can pick that way. But no panic picking here. Pause the video if you need some extra time, of course. Feel it out. You will not pick incorrectly, okay? You might feel drawn to more than one pile as well, and that is totally normal, okay? That just means that there's multiple messages for you in multiple piles, okay? So my suggestion is to always watch the pile that you feel the strongest pull towards, okay? I always say it's the FOMO pile, where if you had to just suddenly close your browser, close this reading and not get to see it at all, which pile would you go, oh God, I really hate that I didn't get to hear that one. Okay. That I like to say it's the FOMO pile. That's your primary pile. And then go back and watch those others that you felt called to. You're going to find secondary messages in there for you that go hand in hand with your primary pile that you felt the most called to. But anyways, you guys, like I said, pause the video, take some time, meditate on the cards, all right? And I will see you all in your respective piles to find out what is it that's being left unsaid. Bye, you guys. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Kalupalik. She's a monster, and the key phrase for her is the warning, okay? So this is the card that you chose. Here, we're going to find out what is being left unsaid, okay? First things first, I am going to grab the guidebook and we are going to look at the meaning of this card, and then we will pull your other oracle cards and jump right over to your tarot cards, and we'll find out what is being left unsaid, okay? So the Kalupalik, we'll talk a little bit about her while I find her spot here. So she is a frightening sea creature in Inuit mythology. Her legend is used to warn children to stay away from thin ice, where she might kidnap them and drain them of their energy or kill them, okay? Keywords for her are warning, treachery, and straying away from your true self. Okay, so she is a reminder that you should always listen to the voice inside that tells you to trust what you already know to be true. Be your own guidepost. Act in alignment with your beliefs, values, and dreams. Okay, in this context, what's being left unsaid? First things first, and we've got this big bright moon here too, makes me think of intuition. Plus the message here with this particular monster, listen to your intuition. I think you know deep down what it is that's being left unsaid. It's just about trusting that inner voice, that inner knowing, okay? We're going to find out more though. We're going to get you some more detailed information. This is just one of your oracle cards. We'll get some more oracle cards here for you all. Find out a little bit more information about what's being left unsaid, who this person is maybe, like their relationship to you and what it is actually that they're not saying. But warning here is what this is overall the meaning here. Listen to your own inner voice, your own intuition about this person is what is just popping up, coming up right off the bat. So let's go ahead, grab a card from our Crow Oracle, my favorite Oracle deck, honestly, not gonna lie. Let's see, this one for you guys for sure. And we have anticipation. Yes. Yeah. This seems like it's something, it almost feels like you know, but you're waiting for them. You're waiting to see if they'll actually say it out loud. Does that make sense for you guys? Is like, that's really what this is. It's really what I'm hearing here, as it's like, you know, deep down what's being left unsaid. This little spot right here on the back, this looks like a heart to me. An anatomically correct heart. Not really, but also a little bit. That's like, I glanced at it and I was like, is that supposed to be a heart here? We've got these valves and we've got our, like, not entirely sure, obviously. Doesn't, but that is something that I'm hearing here. So wearing your heart on the outside, or maybe you're able to just see their true self. It's being illuminated here by the moon, by your intuition, who they are, who this person is at their core. It's being illuminated. Your inner voice knows who this person really is, how they really are, okay? And it's like, you're just waiting for them to come out and say it, but you already have, like, you already low-key kind of know what this person is about and what it is that's being left unsaid. So let's grab another oracle card here for you guys, and then we'll start on your tarot and get some more information for you all. So what is being left unsaid? pile number 1 here. We have grounded goat, persistence, discipline, and stability. Sure-footed mountain dweller, bless me with your balance and grace. Ooh, okay. So sure-footed is really popping out at me with this particular card, okay? It's like, gosh, don't doubt yourself is what I'm hearing here. You're way more sure-footed. You're way more stable, or you're on stable ground. You're nice and grounded. And don't second guess that. Don't second guess how grounded you are, how stable you are. Don't second guess your own stability. Even mental stability. Perhaps this is someone who kind of makes you question that. Perhaps it's kind of like someone who might be a little bit gaslighty, and they kind of have you doubting yourself or doubting that inner voice. This is all a call from your guides right here, right off the bat. Listen to your inner voice about this person and what it is that's being left unsaid, okay? Don't let them question your own reality, your own stability. Remain persistent when it comes to this inner voice, because I feel like this inner voice has been very persistent with you. It's just this persistent nagging thing where you're like, something's not right, something's not right, something's not right. This person is doing it's not on the, maybe they do something and on the surface it doesn't seem like it's anything, but deep down you're feeling like there's some sort of shady shit involved. That's kind of what this is kind of what I'm hearing, and you're just kind of waiting to see, are they going to rat themselves out, is what this feels like. Let's grab some tarot cards though, look a little bit more at this energy, what's being left unsaid by this person, maybe even let's see who this person is, though I feel like you know who this person is. I mean, everything here is telling me you know who this person is. You know what they're about. I almost feel like they're trying to pull one over on you. You know that they're up to no good, maybe even, is what I'm hearing here too. Okay. Let's see here, turn these over, find out a little bit more for you all. I'm trying to get organized over here off camera to the side. Here we go. We have 4 of Pentacles, okay? Coupled with the Magician. All right. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. With the Devil, okay? It's like this person has something to offer you, but it's not really what it seems. It's almost like it's a trap. It's like they're offering you, like there's promises here of financial stability, money, financial stability in some way, shape, or form, but it's actually a bit of a trap. It's a way to entrap you and take away some of your options here with the Devil card underneath that. What else do we have here? Have the Hierophant, and we have 7 of Cups. Okay. Here we go, you guys. So 4 of Pentacles with the Magician. Okay. This is someone, I'm here, what's being left unsaid here? Okay. Obviously they are not who, I don't know. Okay. Let me backtrack, because I was going to say they're not who they are on the surface, but I don't really think that's the case. I think you can actually see who this person is, and I think you're perceptive enough to see this person's real intentions, like what's being left unsaid, because like in your situation, I really feel like that's what we're looking at here, their intentions. What's being left unsaid? What intentions do they have for this relationship with you. Now, like I said, these are interpersonal relationships. It doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic partnership. This could be parents. This could be a boss. This could be a friend. This could be a sibling. This could be whoever it is for you specifically. We've got lots of different energies here because this is a general reading on YouTube, right? So, so keep that in mind. Take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? But I'm seeing that this has to do, they're wanting to control you with money. 100%. That's like, there's something about money here that they're wanting. It's like they're wanting to use that to control you, okay? Magician and Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, I mean, they're like grasping for control. He's like falling in this quicksand and he cares more about grasping for control for these $4. These $4 than he does letting go of that and saving himself, right? And like clawing out of this. So this definitely feels to me like a control thing, definitely about money as well, all right? I'm just going to say disclaimer here. I feel like there's lots of disclaimers here that I need to make. First and foremost, I'm not a mental health professional. I'm a health professional, but not a mental health professional. Okay. And even as a health professional, I'm not one that can like diagnose, do anything like that. So I'm not a mental health professional. I am not a licensed therapist or anything like that. I am not any sort of licensed advisor. I am not a legal advisor, nothing like that. First and foremost. Second of all, I do not condone toxic relationships, dysfunctional relationships, etc., etc. So, do with that information what you will. This is a pick a card reading on YouTube. Be responsible for your own life, your own choices, etc. Okay. Don't jump to conclusions just based on like what a reading is saying. These readings should be confirmation, not new information. Okay, you guys. But anyways, so this should be resonating with you though. This is someone who's trying to use money to control you. Maybe they are a bit old school, okay, with the Hierophant here, a bit conservative, a bit traditional, okay? But yes, I'm seeing here that it's like intentional is what this feels like. It's like they know what they're doing, okay? With the Magician card here, with the Devil here, the Hierophant here as well. I mean, this just feels very intentional. Like there's so all of my disclaimers were to say I do not condone staying in a situation when there's any sort of financial abuse. If that's what this is, your situation, what it is that you need to do. If you need any sort of help with this, obviously reach out to professionals who are there. There are lots of resources out there who can help you out of these types of situations. But anyways, moving forward here, it's like they're wanting to trap you with it's like there's this promise of money, this promise of having all this money, but in reality, it's a bit of a trap, okay? Their intentions are not pure with this, all right? I'm hearing that this is someone who might be in a bit of an authority position in relation to you. So maybe this is a boss. Maybe this is a boss who's saying, oh yeah, I just need you to do all these things for me and then we can talk about a promotion. Then we can talk about that. Or, it's like they're stalling it. They're putting it off, but they're using the idea of money to lure you in and to entrap you, okay? To trap you. And kind of keep you tied to them, even like it's like they want to keep you tied to them because it's like they know deep down that you don't really want to be in that way or something like that. It's like it's almost like they know they have to kind of finesse this and kind of trick you, be a little bit of a trickster in order to actually get you to agree to whatever this is, okay? But they're trying to lure you in with the promise of money. But really this is just about control, okay? They want to have control over finances. Maybe they want to have control over your life. See here with the Magician, we have all 4 elements: Pentacles, Earth, Wands, Air, or Wands fire, sorry, sword air, and cups water. Okay, so all four elements, it's like they're trying to use everything at their disposal to keep you trapped. Okay, and money is a big thing in this. Now we have Seven of Cups in the Hierophant. They want you to choose them. They want you to choose this more traditional thing. A great example for this, and this might resonate for some of you, it might not. It's really just an example, but I do think that there might be someone here who this is their situation. Great example might be if you have a significant other and they're saying, oh yeah, take a more traditional role, choose to stay at home. I know you have lots of options for your career, for your finances, for your future, but you know what I really would like you to do? I would really like you to take a more traditional role, stay at home, let me take care of you. But really, under the surface, they just don't want you to be making your own money. They don't want you to have all that freedom, because if you have all this freedom, particularly financial freedom, they can't control you as well. Okay, they can't keep tabs on what you're doing, on what you're spending money on etc., etc. That's really kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. Okay, is that a lot of this is about money, and they're really wanting you to choose a more traditional role, to take on a more traditional role, even though you have a lot of options. It's like they know you have a lot of options. They know that you do not have to fuck with this, okay? And I think that's what this over here was talking about for you, as far as listening to that inner voice, okay? The warning, remaining persistent. Remaining persistent with this inner voice. This inner voice has been persistent. Why is that? You're stable, you're grounded, it's like what you bring to the table, you have lots of options, okay? And it's just and it's like this person knows that, and they really don't want that for you. So that is something that I'm seeing here for you guys. And I think this deep down, and you've just kind of been waiting. Are they going to say the quiet part out loud? Are they going to actually say it out loud, that they really just are concerned about what I'm doing with my money, or whatever? They really just want control over my finances. Now, if we're talking about this is a boss or something, for example, this could be them saying, hey, I know you have other offers that are giving you, that are promising more money. I know you have a lot of other offers on the table. I would really like you to stay here at this company, continue at this company, because that's very traditional, very conservative. Getting a job and then staying at that same place for a long period of time and just doing internal promotions, okay? A very traditional way of moving within the workplace, within our careers. These days, a more modern way of doing that, people job hop every few years. It tends to be these days a bit of a faster way to rise up, the ranks, and both, position wise and financially. So it's like you have the option to do that. You have the option to go elsewhere. You have lots of options to get your needs met elsewhere. Whatever it is, however this person is meeting your needs, they know that you could get them met elsewhere. They would like you to take a more traditional role, conservative role here. Maybe don't take this big leap into this other job offer that that's being presented to you, or just doing something in a way that's just very conservative, very traditional, and very safe. But it's like deep down it's really not for you, okay? There's this promise of all this money and financial stability, but it's like quicksand, okay? You'll be grasping, you're like, oh yeah, I got my $4, but I'm drowning in quicksand, okay? It's like they're trying to orchestrate this to keep you a little bit trapped in this situation, whatever that may be for you specifically, okay? So this is what I'm seeing that's being left unsaid. Now let's find out from your guides. Let's get some advice from them. What did they suggest that you do in this situation? There's already been some really great advice to not second guess yourself. Listen to that inner voice, okay? Their true intention, their core of who they are, their heart is being illuminated, all right? So you've already got some good advice here. Let's get a little bit more how they suggest you deal with this person, with this situation going forward. Now that you kind of know what this is about, what this person's about, and what it is that's being left unsaid. So some advice for my pile ones. How should they handle this situation? How should they handle dealings with this person? Okay, that one. And this one. Okay, so just got these two. I really feel like that's all that we need here. We have 8 of Swords and we have 4 of Cups. Actually, I'm going to set these like this for you guys. So 8 of Swords. Okay. All right. The idea of being trapped by this person, they want you to know that that's all, it's all mental. I'm not trying to gaslight you and tell you that that's all in your head, okay? But they don't have as much power right now as it stands. They don't have as much power over you as what it may feel, okay? You have a lot of other options, okay? It looks here we have a person who is 4 of Cups. They're really not excited about what's being offered to them, okay? They don't really care about these 4 cups, okay? And this is kind of what I'm seeing here for you guys. Maybe there are some options here out of these 7 cups, just, you know, not specifically 7 choices or specifically 4 choices, but it's like about half of these you're really not interested in. And including the one that they're offering, okay? You're not even interested in what it is that they have to offer here. So it's a little bit of like just disinterest is what I'm seeing here. With these two being your advice, okay? All right, listen to these thoughts that are keeping you from moving forward with this person first and foremost, okay? You're also not trapped. You're not trapped in this situation. You've got a lot of options, but listen to these thoughts. There's these thoughts that have been preventing you from moving forward with this, even though there's all this promise of money and all that great shit. Listen to these thoughts. They're keeping you stuck. They're preventing you from moving forward with this for a reason. We once again have a big moon illuminating here, illuminating the background, just like we have over here. So intuition, shining a light down, saying, hey, listen to your gut, listen to your intuition. There's a reason why you feel like your thoughts, like these thoughts won't leave you alone when it comes to thoughts of doubt, like doubting this person, doubting their intentions. There's a reason why that's been bugging you so much, okay? It's because it's there for a reason. It's protecting you. It is a warning, okay? Your internal alarm bells are going off saying, hey, something's not right about what it is I'm being offered here. So your advice is to not take this offer. 4 of Cups. Listen to these thoughts that are kind of making you feel a little trapped here, where you're going, I feel like I can't make a decision, maybe a little bit of decision paralysis here. Listen to those. Those are warnings that we need to pay attention to, and that is being called out specifically here with this oracle card, the warning, okay? And then, like I said, 4 of Cups. Now that things have been illuminated, okay? Now that this has all been illuminated and you understand what's in this cup, don't take it from them is what I'm hearing. You have other options. If you look, actually, it's almost like she's looking at this 7 of Cups, like these other cups that are an option here for her, okay? So there are other options out there for you. You do not have to take this one that's coming from them, especially now that their true intention intentions, what's behind them is being illuminated, okay? So advice for you guys dealing with this. This is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 1. Listen to that inner voice. Those warning bells are going off for a reason. Whatever this situation, this person is, whoever they are, they're trying to get you, they're trying to trap you with this promise, lure you in with the promise of money, okay? But this is actually about control. They're wanting you to just be a little bit conservative in the way that you're moving in the world, with however that is, whether this is in your job, whether this is in a relationship, okay? But you have a lot of other options. They know that. All right, but you do not have to take what they are offering, and your guides are actually suggesting that you don't, that it would be in your best interest if you did not take this person up on their offer, okay? But this is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 1. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching the video. Please like the video if it resonated, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification icon so you don't miss any of my videos, and it helps the channel so much anyways. This is all I have for you guys. Love you guys so much, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen Tekane. She is a heroine, and her key phrase is the adventurer, okay? And we are going to find out what is being left unsaid, okay? So if you have a specific person in mind and you're wondering, what is it that they're not fully, like totally divulging? What is it that they're holding back on? What is it that's being left unsaid? Okay, we are going to find that out. First things first, let's take a look in the guidebook, get a little bit more information about this girl here, this heroine Tekane. Okay, and then we will draw, we'll get your oracle cards here on camera, your tarot cards, and we will put it all together and find out a little bit more about what is being left unsaid. So with Tekane, key words are victory, responsibility, and reward. She's the daughter of a great chief, and she travels across the African continent to slay a mythical dragon-like creature. This is a quest that's usually reserved for men. She conquers the monster and is given a hero's welcome on her return. So the advice here with this card is to be bold. Seek out adventures. You're not too old, too young, too big, too small, or too much, or too little of anything to get started. Live your life on your own terms. Give yourself an incredible quest of your own. Wow, okay. Lots of self-empowerment here coming through for you all. Be bold. Wow, okay. All right, so being bold, being adventurous here. I'm going to put her over to the side, and we are going to get your other oracle cards here. We'll start with the Urban Crow. Find out a little bit. This one. Okay. We have risk. Ooh, okay. All right. Be bold, the adventure. We've got risk here. Let's learn a little bit more. I am hearing, though, that the risk is going to be worth the reward. I'm hearing that right off the bat. The risk is worth the reward. Okay, let's see. Final oracle card here for you guys. We have resourceful rabbit, cunning, friendliness, and optimism. Clever creature of the woods, teach me to leap easily over difficulty. Ooh, so meeting this person might feel a bit like a risk. We've got optimism here. See this? Okay. Let's see here. It might feel a bit risky to engage with this person, and we'll learn a little bit more about that. But actually, I'm hearing this is the start of a new adventure. And to meet this with optimism. And I'm hearing too, you are cunning and clever enough to handle this situation, to handle the risk responsibly, is also what I'm hearing. With great risk comes great reward, is what I'm hearing as well for you guys. So let's get a little bit more information. Seems like what's being left unsaid, though. What's being left unsaid? Ooh. What's being left unsaid by this person? Seems like internally you're feeling like it's a bit of a risk to listen. Let's see. To listen to what it is that they have to offer, or to have any sort of dealings with them. But I'm seeing lots of positive things. Optimism. We've got here the adventure, be bold. We've got like be bold, reward, responsibility as well. Those were her key phrases. Oh, okay. And we'll get this final one for you. Oh, wow, you guys. This is big energy. Strength, Temperance, the Star. These are all major arcana cards. All right. 7 of Cups. Okay. Death. All right. Another major arcana card. And 2 of Wands. Okay. What's being left unsaid by this person? It's like they have a we might get some clarifiers for you guys. But sorry, I'm just taking it in for a minute. So it's like there's a lot of options here. There's a lot of options here, and there's a lot of different things you could do. They have a lot of options. They have a lot of options. They have a lot of options. They know they have a lot of options is what I'm hearing. They know they, like, even with 2 of Wands, we have like horizons expanding here. Okay. This could be anybody in your life, of course. Could be a significant other or like a romantic interest here. But it's like they have a lot of options. They know they have a lot of options. There's a strength here underlying that, though. Let's find out. Let's put your cards back over here on camera so you can see. So here, 5 of Wands. Okay. All right. What's being left unsaid here by this person? They have a lot of options. And while they have the strength to not entertain any of those options, other options, there's like this conflict here. There's conflict about what option they go with, what option they choose. And here we have death. We have the ending of something, and it's like a irreversible, it's like an ending and it's irreversible. That's the way death is. Death, first of all, death is the equalizer. Everybody experiences death. That's why most cards you'll see like a religious man, you'll see a woman, you'll see a child, you'll see a king, you'll see like paupers, beggars, because it's a true equalizer, right? And it's irreversible, okay? There's nothing you can do to reverse death. So an ending that there's nothing can be done about it. But then we have balance here. We have temperance here for you as well. Like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Let me find out a little bit more. Ace of Cups. And this was actually in reverse. I'm leaving it in reverse for your reading. I don't typically read reverses, but I do when I feel called to. And I do feel called to. Let's see, pile number 2. Let me grab this third one. Ace of Wands in reverse as well. None of these others came out in reverse, which is interesting. But these 2 did. It's like what they, That's like they don't have as much to offer as what they appear to. This is someone, it feels like a bit of a risk to be with them. This may not be a romantic relationship. I'll admit I'm kind of reading it as if it is one because it does kind of feel that way. The vibe kind of feels that way. This just feels like this is someone who has a lot of options. And that's what makes this feel so risky. Because this is someone who has a lot of options, and there's a lot of options and a lot of conflict around those options. If this is a romantic interest, this is somebody who has a lot of people interested in what they have to offer. Okay? Lot of people interested in what it is they have to offer. But this person possesses a type of strength that when it comes to commitment, or when it comes to keeping these other people at bay, like keeping the lion at bay, keeping these people at bay, this conflict at bay, keeping it from really impacting them. And then we have death here as well. So talking about the ending of something, and we have temperance here underneath that. So it's like there's something ending here, and this has to do with what it is that they can offer you emotionally. It's like this person, wow, it's like they've made it, okay, I'm seeing it. I don't know how I didn't see it before. It's like they're making it seem like they have a lot to offer. They're making it seem like they have a lot to offer, and they've been very, very like steadfast in this with strength, 5 of Wands. They're making it seem like they've got a lot to offer, like they're in demand, like everyone wants a piece of them, okay? So this could be a friend also, someone who's kind of giving you the runaround, and they act like, well, I'm just so busy. I just have so many other things going on. Et cetera, okay? But really what it is these people, they don't really have as much to offer as what they let on, okay? They've been trying to keep like a balanced, neutral type of stance with you, or like they don't want you to know that they don't have as much to offer as what it appears. And I'm seeing this kind of, there's this end here with it's like they really can't give to you emotionally. They cannot fill your cup. Their cup isn't even being filled. They're not even filling their own cup. They're not even taking care of themselves emotionally and managing their own emotions and their own shit. There's no way they're going to be able to balance their needs and yours, is what I'm seeing here. There's no way they're going to be able to balance their needs and yours right now in this moment, okay? I think they're quite optimistic about this, okay? That's really what I'm seeing now with optimism, and we've got everything laid out here. It's why I try not to say too much about the oracle cards until I see the full picture. So it is a bit of a risk dealing with this person in whatever way it is that you plan on dealing with them, but they do not have the bandwidth right now to balance your needs and their own. Now, it's possible that this inability to balance this is coming to an end, okay? But this Temperance card did come in here upright. Came in here upright, so I'm not seeing this lack of balance necessarily. Like this is an end to a lack of balance. I'm seeing that this is an end to any ability to balance their emotional needs and yours. They cannot handle your emotional needs at this time. They cannot handle filling your cup because they're struggling to even keep theirs full. In fact, theirs is tipped over. They can't. They just have nothing to give. If you see, it's tipped over and there's nothing really flowing out of it. If anything, it's kind of, it's just, because some of these depictions, some Ace of Cups depictions, you see water bubbling and overflowing, and this particular deck you don't. And I felt really called to use this deck for these readings, or for this specific topic. And I think what's going on here is they just don't have anything to give emotionally. They can't balance their needs with yours. And maybe part of this is because they are in quite a bit of demand. There's lots of conflict going on in their life. They have a lot of options, a lot of different things they could do. There's lots of internal conflict. Maybe everybody kind of wants a piece of them. Okay. I even hear like, it's like they're posing all cool by this lion, you know? Like, oh yeah, I've got all this stuff going on, but I'm totally fine. I'm totally cool. It's totally chill. But it's really not totally fine. It's not totally cool and it's not totally chill. But they're not letting that on. That's what's being left unsaid. They don't want you to know that they're struggling, is kind of what I'm seeing here. Two of Wands, and then we have Two of Wands in the Star, but then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So Two of Wands talks about expanding your horizons, okay? Expanding your horizons, looking at something new, all right? And making a choice. What path do you want to take to move on to the next point? You're ready to expand. You're ready to move forward. Now, I'm sorry, hiccups. Now, which path are you going to choose, okay? With the Two of Wands. And then we have the Star here paired with that. So it's like there's this, it's like there's this hope, this it's like there's this hope and maybe this sense of vulnerability with their choice, but in the end, they're not choosing you. Ace of Wands, they don't really have that. It's like there's a lack of passion. Ace of Wands talks about passionate new ideas coming in. Kind of being ignited, passion being ignited, and this wand is actually turned upside down. I mean, it's reversed, so it's like the flame being blown out. It's time for them to make a choice, and maybe at one point they were passionate about something, something that mattered a lot to them, something that, you know, they were quite vulnerable with, they had a lot of hope for, and that passion is waning, is what I'm seeing here. So yes, it is a bit of a risk to, I'm hearing rely on this person. I'm not really seeing, now that I'm feeling this out, I'm not really seeing that this is a romantic relationship. It might be for you. And if so, take it as such, of course. But if this is person you're thinking of is not like some sort of SP, significant other potential type of situation, okay, this is somebody that might be risky to lean on them or to rely on them at this point in time. Now, I still stand by what I heard when we talked about this card and we were chatting about it. I still heard the risk is worth the reward. It is an adventure, okay? I'm still hearing optimism. I'm still hearing, all of that. But this person doesn't have as much to offer as what they let on at this point in time, okay? They cannot fill your cup. They're struggling to fill your own. They're losing their balance there with that. They have a lot of social demands. Yes. They have a lot of social demands. Lots of social demands, lots of options for their time, okay? And while they've got this strength here, they're being strong with this, they're trying to make the best choice, okay? It doesn't negate the fact that they've got a lot going on. And then furthermore, when we're looking at things that they're passionate about this part of their life, okay, there's some struggle here. The passion is kind of going out, okay? The interest is kind of going out. It's waning a little bit. Whatever it was that gave them hope for the future, maybe even between you two, like I said, this could be family member, friend, interpersonal relationship, whatever gave them hope, that you guys would connect well or things would work out well between the two of you. Like I said, even if this is just a friendship here, It looks like that's waning. They're not wanting to be as vulnerable with you anymore as they used to be, okay? Is something I'm seeing here. This passion, this flame is going out. So if this is a friendship, it could be possible that what's being left unsaid is that they're kind of losing interest in being a friend to you, or maybe being the level of friend that you're hoping they could be, that you maybe need them to be, or maybe just that they've been in the past, okay? This is something they just can't maintain that same level of commitment and of energy, okay? Energy expenditure. They've got some other things on their plate is what I'm hearing. And so this is just this relationship with you, this interpersonal relationship just might not be their priority at this time, okay? So it's feeling a bit risky to go out on a limb and continue a relationship with this person, to continue having this interpersonal relationship. But I am hearing that the risk is worth the reward. This person, assuming this is not a toxic situation, of course, because we don't condone any of that here on this channel ever. But assuming this is not a situation like that, I'm hearing that it might actually be beneficial for you to ride this out. Ride this out with them. Ride out this storm with them, okay? Maybe you need to be the one to fill their cup up. Maybe they're the type of person where they give and give and give and give until they have no more to give. Well, they've now reached that point, okay, where they're losing their balance, they're losing their passion, feeling a little bit hopeless at this point in time, possibly. Maybe a bit of conflict, or maybe they're just feel like they're being pulled in like 5 different directions right now, okay? They can't give to you what they have in the past, and that's what's being left unsaid, but they still do appreciate your presence if this is someone that you want to continue this interpersonal relationship with, okay? We have friendliness here, so definitely could be a friend. I'm hearing the risk is worth the reward, though. This person could really use your support at this time, okay? If you have anything to give, their cup could use it, is what I'm hearing here. And this is what's being left unsaid in here. They just don't want to let you know that they're struggling a bit, is what it seems like. They're being pulled in a lot of different directions. They've got maybe some conflict going on, okay? Losing their balance a little bit, losing their patience maybe with something going on in their life, all right? Losing some passion, fiery passion that they had at the beginning, or had at some point for something that they are working on that matters to them, that was giving them hope, that they were hopeful for, and were vulnerable about too. They were vulnerable about this with you. I feel like you probably know what this might be, and you might be sitting here going, oh, I was wondering how that was going for them. This is how that's going for them. Honestly, not great. This person is struggling with a lot of stuff, and they just don't want to divulge that, because I think they even feel like it's a risk. It would be risky, because if they let you know, if they're afraid if they dump all this on you, okay, are you going to go running for the hills? Are you going to go, wow, this person is too much. They have too much going on, and I can't handle this right now. But I'm getting the feeling that is not really where you're at, and you're not just going to turn around and run off, okay? I think cleverness is coming out with this resourceful rabbit. I think you're very resourceful, okay? I think you have the ability to navigate this and to help your friend, help this person, whoever this is, navigate this situation, even if it's just by being there for them. And in the end, it's going to be, this Tekane card talked about coming back and being considered a hero. You might be this person's hero that they need right now in this moment. They need a hero to come in and slay this mythical dragon beast, whatever this is going on in their life that's just causing a lot of upset for them, okay? This is a big thing in their life too. Strength, temperance, star, death. We've got lots of major arcana cards here. Big thing going on in their life. I just think that they don't want to I think they don't want to trauma dump on you, honestly, pile number 2. And so they're being a bit, they're being a bit cautious. They don't want to take that risk and risk losing you. But I'm hearing still the risk is worth the reward as far as you're concerned. I think the ball is in your court. If you want to stay close to this person and maintain a close, tight-knit relationship with them, it's going to be important for you to just to be there for them during this time. Try to be their hero a little bit. Obviously, we don't need to be going over, too far over that line to where we're doing a bunch of self-sacrifice type of situations, where we're giving up too much of ourselves and emptying our cup in order to fill up somebody else's. That doesn't help anybody, okay? We can't pour from our cup until it's full. All right. But if your cup is full and you feel like you have something to give, okay, this person could really use it right now. This is what they're not telling you. So if they've been kind of distant, maybe even a little snappy, a little short with you, something like that, it's because they're going through some shit. So yeah, I mean, this is what's being left unsaid in this situation. I feel one more card, this very top card, we're going to pull it, just some advice for you going forward with this person, with this relationship. We have King of Swords, okay? We have King of Swords here. Let's see, where do I want to place this? I suppose I will place this right here. So keeping the King of Swords, he's like, notice he has this sword in his hand and he could take this thing and just cut someone down. But notice how gently he's holding it. Notice how gingerly he's holding it, okay? Notice his eyes, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, he does not look malicious. He does not look like he's about to take this sword and go cut someone, okay? He does not look like he's about to go do anything with this sword other than just hold it. Maybe even talk about it. Maybe he's a sword expert. I mean, that's kind of what this looks like, right? Like, this is someone who they're not out to cut someone down or hurt someone. They have that at their disposal, but they don't see a need to do that. They're nice and mature with this energy, okay? When it comes to their thoughts, when it comes to their words, all right? So this is your advice if you are going to continue to deal with this person. Be mindful of the way that you approach them. Be mindful of the words that you use, the verbiage you use, okay? Be mindful of the impact of your words as well, all right? I think this person is in a very vulnerable position, okay? And your guides want you to know that even if this person is frustrating you right now, because maybe they haven't been very forthcoming about these struggles they've been through, and there's kind of some displaced anger going on. Maybe they're kind of angry at the situation, but they snap at you because you're just what's there and you said the wrong thing at the wrong time, and usually they wouldn't even think anything of it, but they snapped at you and now here we are, okay? They're going through some shit. They're very sensitive right now, okay, is what I'm hearing. We have this butterfly here. It makes me think of metamorphosis. They're going through a type of change, okay? And you can make or break that change with your words, all right? So if you are going to choose to continue to be in relationship with this person, whatever that means for you, if you're going to continue this interpersonal relationship, choose your words carefully, okay? This person is going through a big change right now, okay? Big change. They're going to, what I'm hearing here is it's like they're going into their chrysalis, all right? Like a caterpillar goes into their chrysalis and then they emerge as a beautiful butterfly, right? They're kind of going into this chrysalis stage where they're kind of withdrawing a little bit, maybe, and so maybe that's why it feels a bit risky to continue to engage with them sometimes, because you're like, I mean, they're kind of withdrawn. They're not really letting me know what's going on. But I'm telling you, your words can make or break it, okay? Make or break this person. So just be mindful of your words. You have the ability to be sharp and to cut, okay? And to harm. Okay, you have the ability to do harm, but you don't have to do harm. Okay, choose to do no harm at this point with this person. Take no shit, but do no harm, honestly, is the big message here as far as advice for you from your guides when it comes to dealing with this person moving forward. But pile number 2, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank your guides for coming through to help deliver this message. If this resonated, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps so much. And if you hit the notification icon, that little bell icon, you won't miss any of my readings going forward. I'm going to be posting Thursday through Sunday in the evenings. The weekends, it'll be kind of afternoon-ish. You know, you guys know, got to be the right time so everyone will actually see the videos. You know, we got to work with the algorithm. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here, like I said, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose Eats Papilodal. I'm so sorry. I know I'm butchering that. I apologize. She is an Aztec goddess, and her key phrase is the brave. Here's this, so you guys can see this a little bit better here. All right, first things first, I am going to grab the guidebook and we're going to take a look at her message, her key phrase, and I believe it has her advice on here as well. So we will take a look and get some information about that. And then we will draw your oracle cards, we'll get some tarot cards, and we will find out what is it that's being left unsaid. Okay, so this person you have in mind, what is it that they're not divulging? Why, and possibly why? Why is it that they were not being totally forthcoming with you as well? So jumping right in here. So she represents challenges, strength, and power. Her story is that she's one of the deadliest goddesses in myth. She's both a destroyer and a protector in Aztec lore. She lives in the sky and only descends to earth when it is in total darkness, making her especially dangerous during eclipses. And wouldn't you know, we are in eclipse season right now. So very appropriate there. Okay. So if being forward or direct is difficult for you, she is asking you to channel her energy and find the courage to act boldly. She fears no one, and neither should you. See every challenge as one that can be fixed, solved, or changed. You have more power and control than you realize. Woo! Love that. Okay, you have more power and control than you realize, okay? Speaking up for yourself. Don't be afraid to be direct, all right? Great messages in there for you. Pile number 3. Let's grab some oracle cards. We'll learn a little bit more about it. I think your guides are asking you to maybe confront this person and say, hey, you know what? I feel like you're not being straight with me about something. I need you to be straight with me. What's going on with this? You know, I'm kind of getting that that's the vibe here. Someone's not being fully, I mean, obviously there's things being left unsaid, and I think it might be up to you to really breach the subject and say, hey, what's up? What's going on? Because I've noticed X, Y, and Z, and the math ain't mathin'. You know what I mean? So what's the deal? And I'm feeling like you're maybe someone who isn't usually direct like that. Maybe you don't like to be direct that way, or you don't want to come across as being too harsh. Maybe you don't want to be. It's like you don't want to be mean. It's like you're very concerned with being kind to a certain extent. And so I think this is coming out to let you know it is not unkind to be direct. Okay. So specific message there, but if you're someone who is very concerned with being kind, nothing wrong with that. I feel like people who have experienced some of the worst things care a lot about being kind because they know there's already so much pain and hurt in this world. The world is mean enough as it is. Why would you want to add to that? Why would I want to add to someone's suffering? The world is hard enough. It costs nothing to be kind. And while I 110% agree with you, it's important to remember being direct is not necessarily being unkind, especially when it comes to protecting ourselves. Okay, so this card we have Hasty Hummingbird. I'll put this up here so you guys can see a little better. Swiftness, excitement, and cheerfulness. Darting damsel of the skies, teach me to indulge in the sweetness of life. Okay. That is such a pretty card. I love those colors. That greenish, I guess it's kind of a greenish blue, and then like that kind of a sea green, and then like that pink color, rosy color. Right off the bat for you guys here, territory. Okay. Yeah, like I said, protecting your own self-interest, being direct in order to protect your own self-interests, putting yourself first is kind of what I'm hearing here. Okay, let's grab some tarot cards. Sorry, I was just kind of feeling it out, looking at the imagery of these cards together for you. Let's see. Sorry, I have my big old water bottle in the way. I had to move that over. All right, so let's get some tarot cards for you guys. Those just kind of slid out. No rhyme or reason there. All right. Find out a little bit more about this. You have a really active pile number 3. Like, I don't know. Let's see. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Well, I say I don't know, but I mean, let's see. And then we have the World. I'm feeling this guy back here. Let's see. Got 2 of Pentacles. That came out reversed. I think I'm going to leave that in reverse, and I really wanted to place that underneath the 9 of Cups. And then we have Queen of Swords, and then we have 9 of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. So this person, what is being left unsaid here? This is someone that you guys talk about finances or money often. This could be a significant other. This could be a long-term, like a long-term relationship, maybe where you're sharing money. This is someone, like, you've got, money is a big thing for you guys, here. And it's like you guys are building a life together. This doesn't necessarily have to be the case, okay? Lots of different people watching this, lots of different energies. You know, it's a general reading. But with that being said, this does seem to be like this is someone who you do a lot of stuff as far as money is concerned. You do a lot with them as far as money is concerned, okay? We have also the 9 of Cups with the 2 of Pentacles here as well. 9 of Cups talks about satisfaction, okay? Feeling satisfied, feeling like very happy with where you're at. That's the overall idea, general idea of 9 of Cups is satisfaction. In this particular deck, though, the 9 of Cups always looks to me like someone who is overindulging, okay? She's like overindulging. It's like she's, I don't know, is she supposed to be the secretary with the boss's tie in the chair? We've got all this alcohol, all these cups, and it's scattered in this way, particularly in this deck. So this looks like overindulgence and then we have the 2 of Pentacles here, so lack of balance. Overindulgence and a lack of balance with finances, possibly with Pentacles here. Your finances, your material wealth. So this person, they're overindulging. They might be spending more than what they should be, first and foremost. There's some sort of overindulgence here, and it's knocking them off balance, most likely financially. With the world, we're seeing something coming to an end here, a cycle coming to an end here, rather. We're seeing the end of an era, the end of a cycle. And Queen of Swords reversed, it's like this, it's like an end to... See, Queen of Swords, she's this figure who, she's very intelligent. She is very well spoken. She's very fair in her dealings, okay? She speaks, she tries to be as fair as possible when she speaks. She tries to be as fair as possible whenever she, you know what I mean? That's like, we're talking air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, all right? So, the Queen of Swords in the upright position is wielding this air energy well. She's handling it well. The Queen of Swords in the reverse position, not so well, okay? Maybe a bit sharp-tongued, okay, where we're hurting others, all right? If you see here in this particular deck, the depiction gives you very like Joan of Arc type of vibes, right? She's all dressed up in this armor, her sword's up, and she's got this like divine light, this divine inspiration, okay? So divine intelligence, divine like speaking, like some sort of like, you know, it's like it's all like divinely inspired. But we have her in reverse here, so it's one of those things where it's like that's being discounted, but that's coming to an end here. So let's see a little bit more here. We've got King of Swords in reverse as well. I guess we're going to do reversals in your reading pile number 3 because we have quite a bit, and I think it's useful for you. So, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is like, we're well off enough that we're not just taking care of ourselves, we're taking care of the whole family. We've got a child, we've got an older man, we got multiple generations, we got generational wealth. 10 of Pentacles is generational wealth. 9 of Pentacles is more like individual wealth and achievements, okay? You guys are working on this towards each other is kind of what it feels like. You work together with your finances here. This person, though, has been a bit irresponsible, I think is the word. That's the word that I think I would use here in this situation. They've been a bit irresponsible with the way that they've been handling situations, okay? See, the Queen of Swords lets the information flow to her. She lets this information flow. That's why it's like divine inspiration coming into her, right? Like just flowing in. She lets the information flow. She listens well, listening before she speaks, of course. Thinking about the impact of her words before she says them, okay? Thinking about the impact of what it is that someone's saying to her, kind of listening between the lines, reading between the lines. And then the King of Swords is a more active figure with this. So he's more so the one, so he's thinking before he speaks. She's in a more listening. I mean, it's just, you know, it can be kind of hard sometimes to talk about divine masculine and feminine because there's so much overlap, right? And nobody totally embodies one or the other. But overall, what I'm seeing here, though, is this is an end. This is someone not listening very well. And this is someone not handling their words very well in this specific situation. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, what's being left unsaid, what they're not indulging, what they're not telling you right now, okay? They're being irresponsible in some way with, or overindulging in some way with finances, and with life's little pleasures, okay? Life's pleasures. They're overindulging. Perhaps they're even kind of using life's pleasures to cope with whatever's going on in their life, or they use that to kind of distract themselves, okay, from what's actually going on, like drinking to forget type of situation, right? So I'm seeing here, it's like, and territory has been popping out at me, and I've been waiting to get to that, but I can't wait any longer. It's driving me crazy. It's like this is uncharted territory for you guys. This is new territory, okay? I don't think this is something that you've experienced before with this person together, okay? Whatever this interpersonal relationship is. But you guys, there's something about money, there's something about generational wealth and your individual wealth overall, and there's someone being a bit irresponsible about it. Maybe this is someone promising to help too many people. King of Swords, saying the wrong things, okay? Not thinking before they speak, being a bit harsh, being a bit short. Maybe this is someone who is not being very kind when they're talking to you about money, okay? They have there's a way with there's something about, like, they have a way with words, and they can really cut you down if they're not careful, or at least make you feel like that's what they're trying to do. And that's what I'm seeing here is kind of this situation, okay? With this imbalance here, this like overindulgence, and then we have 10 of Cups, and this is coming out in reverse too. So yes, it's like this overindulgence and forgetting. It's like this personal overindulgence that's causing them to forget to look at the big picture. The 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is in reverse here. So it's like, because they're overindulging and they're losing their balance here, they're not thinking about the whole picture. They're not thinking about everyone. They're not considering everybody, okay? They're really only thinking about themselves in this moment. They're not thinking about how their actions are impacting the people around them, okay? I'm seeing that this time, though, of them not listening to others, not taking others into consideration, I'm seeing that is coming to an end, though, okay, with the world here. And it's kind of a big deal. The world, to me, is always the end of an era. It's an ending that is kind of a BFD, okay? It's closing a chapter, ending a cycle here. And we have Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. Yes. They are, okay. This person, I almost feel like, I almost feel like there's plenty being said, but what's being left unsaid is speaking louder than what's being said. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, they've got plenty to say. They've got plenty to say about all of this stuff. Whenever I approach them and when I try to approach this with them, they've got plenty to say. But they won't actually say what, it's like they won't say what actually needs to be said. They won't actually indulge in that. Like, they won't actually open up, okay? This is a really, really interesting reading, pile number 3. The others have been very, very clear cut. It's really looking to me like this is someone who is choosing themselves over the collective over and over again. So if this is a significant other and you have a family, this is someone, they're not thinking about building generational wealth. They're not thinking about making sure we've got the kids' college fund secured, okay? They're not thinking about that at all, okay? They're merely only thinking about themselves, about their own achievements, okay? About how this money can serve them. Whereas I feel like you are someone who cares more about thinking about the collective. You've got the whole family in mind. You're making sure the kids have those funds so that they can go to college, okay? You're making sure that everyone's needs are taken care of. Everyone's needs are met before overindulging to try to meet your own. You're finding it. You are the type of person, I feel like, who is good at finding a balance between self-indulgence and or between like overindulgence and underindulgence, right? Or like what's the word that I'm looking for here, where you don't allow yourself to have like anything at all, that like crazy restriction, okay? Or denial of your needs not being met at all, and just denying those needs completely. You find a nice balance here. We even see that with territory. We've got this balance. I really feel like you're going into uncharted territory. You're like, I really just don't get it. I really just don't fucking understand. Pardon my language. I really just don't fucking understand why it is so hard to, like, how is it so hard to think about the kids and to make sure that all of our needs are met, or to think about whatever. How is it so hard to take a step back and think about others for a chance? You're throwing us off balance with this overindulgence. Why is this so hard for this person? I do not understand. Okay. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from you, but you've been kind of afraid to be direct with them, is what I'm hearing here, particularly with this goddess card here, talking about being bold, being direct, and being brave as well. Okay, being brave. Hasty hummingbird with swiftness here. I am hearing that this needs to be dealt with quickly. If you intend to say something, if you've been kind of mulling that over and like, I really need to say something, but I don't really know how to approach it, okay, it needs to happen quite quickly, is what I'm hearing. You need to put a stop to this before it gets out of hand. As of right now, it's not out of hand, I would say, but I think this person needs your help to end this cycle. I don't see that this person is necessarily a bad person. It's just that they have, like, everybody has their thing, okay? Everybody has their faults, okay? And this is one of theirs. They just don't really look at the big picture all the time, and they kind of get caught up in their own shit. It's kind of what I'm hearing. But this can end, okay? This can end. It's just a matter of, I think it's just a matter of you speaking up. Pile number 3, of you moving into this uncharted territory bravely and not being afraid to say something and to be direct about what it is that you're saying, you know, say, like, I mean, just for example, saying, hey, we need to talk about money. We need, like, I'm noticing that we're draining the accounts and we're not going to have enough to make sure that the kids get X, Y, and Z. I'm concerned about Christmas presents this year. Okay. Or what, you know, whatever that may be. This is just an example. But, you know, I'm concerned about Christmas presents this year, and you have just been like overindulging and spending a bunch of money on yourself, and buying a bunch of stuff for yourself and not thinking about others. It's very selfish thinking here. Okay. And very selfish way of thinking and speaking too. So this is someone, like I said, they might be a bit sharp. Okay. They might be the type of person where, you know, if they're not choosing their words carefully, their words can cut. Okay. So I know that makes I know people like that, it can be very, very challenging to approach them, to confront them about something. 100%. I understand that. But this is someone, they're just not thinking about how their actions, their overindulgence, okay, is impacting the collective. All right. They're opting to prioritize themselves over the family, over the collective, whatever that is for you, over the friend group, I mean, this does really feel like this is someone who you share money with, if I'm being honest. So this could, I mean, sure, I guess this could be a parent who is spending they've like went off the deep end, they're in their midlife crisis, and they're spending everybody's inheritance, and you're like, oh, hold up a minute, this is not gonna work out, and they're overindulging a little bit, and they're not thinking about how this is impacting the whole family. They're not thinking about the fact that this is going to kind of turn that 10 of cups upside down. This is gonna cause some discord. This is going to cause some chaos. This is going to cause some disappointments, disagreements. Okay. They're not thinking about that. Now, this can end. This is like a cycle that can end, okay? And I'm feeling that this is something that would end on its own over time, but I am hearing here that it's really not going to be in your best interest to wait this out. It is actually in your best interest to move on this with haste, okay? Swiftness here as well, all right? Hasty Hummingbird came out. I think it's to let you know that it's important to go ahead and tread into this territory, even if it is a bit unfamiliar and it's not what you're used to. Maybe you're like, whoa, can't relate to this type of mindset. I know. I'm sorry. Honestly, I really am, because this is really hard, particularly if this is someone that you're sharing your money with, sharing finances with, or these choices that they're making are impacting your current financial situation or future financial situation. That's a scary spot to be in, okay? So I really feel for you, pile number 3. And your guys, I mean, it's like, it's just validation coming through, just validating, yes, this is a challenging situation. What's being left unsaid here is that they're thinking about themselves. This person's thinking about themselves and not considering how their actions, their words, etc. are impacting everyone else. All right. Let me get a couple cards here. We're going to grab these two to find out what practical advice your guides have for you going forward now that this has kind of been illuminated for you. We have the 8 of Pentacles. And we have, so definitely a money thing here for sure. And we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles with this. 8 of Pentacles talks about mastery over money, over finances, over your career, etc. Practical advice here is to, I think, okay, first of all, they want you to realize that, I don't know, that this is what's coming through. I'm going to say it. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, oh, this is going to rock some boats, but okay, I'll say it. If y'all want me to say it, I'll say it. So so this person might have made you feel like they know, like they're kind of the financial master, okay? They may have kind of made you feel like, well, I'm the one who handles the finances. I know what I'm doing. You just sit back and make yourself pretty. And you just sit back, stay pretty, and I will handle all the finances, okay? But it's like that's what you've been told. But what I see here is it's actually you who maybe needs to take charge of the finances. You're the one who actually has a little bit more mastery over this than they do. Maybe they have more knowledge, more technical financial knowledge than you do, sure, but you are much better at maintaining a balance, okay, when it comes to your finances. And I know this whole thing is about finances, honestly. Really is what I'm seeing here. I mean, not totally. There's some other overindulgences, but we still have that throwing off this balance with your 2 of Pentacles, imbalance in your finances, okay? 8 of Pentacles here. So this is very specific. This whole reading's been very specific as far as finances is concerned, but it's really what I'm hearing for you guys. You guys are actually better suited to be in charge of your finances, and you're more of a master over that than they are, okay? So I don't know that necessarily is something that needs to be communicated to this person at this time, but this is something that your guides are wanting to communicate to you at this time, is that you are like, don't let this person think that you don't know nothing about nothing, okay? You do, all right? I know that this person has made you feel vulnerable, maybe like you're kind of at their mercy, okay, when it comes to finances and all of that. But honestly, the roles are a bit reversed. You're really the one who kind of knows what's going on. You've had some experience maybe since, being told that you didn't know anything about anything. You know a lot more than what maybe even than what you realize. You have a lot more power than what you realize, okay, as well, is what I'm hearing here. And then, so that, I feel like that is a message coming through for you for that Eight of Pentacles. Practical advice, the Hanged Man in reverse. Hanged Man generally talks about putting ourselves in an uncomfortable position, willingly putting ourselves in a bit of an uncomfortable position where we're just kind of hanging out in order to see a different perspective. So this can be kind of about waiting around, seeing a different perspective. With the Hanged Man in reverse, though, this is saying, okay, you see their perspective now. You see their perspective, you see where they're coming from to a certain extent. All right, now it's time to remove this, like where your foot is tied here. It's time to remove this here, okay? Let yourself go ahead, remove yourself from just hanging around, hanging out, kind of waiting. You no longer need to wait. It's time for action, okay? It's time to untie our foot, this position that we've put ourselves in so we could see a different perspective. It's time to untie ourselves from that, like release ourselves from that and move forward now. It's time to get moving. You're no longer just hanging out. Like I said, Hanged Man upright often talks about, you know, it's just, you just got to wait, chill out, see a different perspective, kind of hang out and like sit with that feeling. This is saying, okay, you've already done that. You've been sitting with that feeling. It's time now. For you, it's time now to go ahead and address this. It is time. Okay, you see where they're coming from here. You see what's been left unsaid, and you realize, okay, I need to do something about this. All right, that's this practical advice coming through. It's time to do something about this. All right, no longer do you need or should you continue to hang around and just watch everything kind of implode or begin to implode. Okay, it's time to take action. It's time to move forward. I'm going to grab one more. Two of Cups. Okay, in reverse. This could definitely be somebody that you're married to. This could be someone that you're committed to in some way, shape, or form. Okay. With this being in reverse, to me, in this situation, this is saying, okay, revisit your commitment with this person. And like I said, if this is not a marriage or someone who you're sharing money with, your committed relationship and you're sharing money with, you know, and this is a family member who's blowing the inheritance or something like that, okay, time to say something. You see where they're coming from, but you got to do something about it now. It's time to take action. Perhaps it's time to revisit the commitment that they made to save a certain amount of money back for the family. If this is a relationship, perhaps it is time to take a look at your commitment and go, hey, this is not what I signed up for. I did not sign up for a situation where my significant other blows through our finances and we're left with nothing. And then if I approach them, they're kind of shitty with me about it. They don't really want to listen to what I have to say. Okay. They don't really want to entertain, you know, these ideas that I'm bringing forward and saying, hey, you know, this really isn't working out. Okay. So this is just saying here, this is not saying to end this relationship unless that's something you feel like you need to do and you have been considering that. Okay. If you've been considering that, perhaps this is confirmation. But if that's not something you've been considering, that is not what this is saying. I'm in no way, shape, or form saying to cut this person off, end this relationship, or whatever. All I'm saying is that your guides want, it's just about revisiting your commitment and saying, hey, this is not what I signed up for. And that might need to be kind of the direction that your conversation goes in. I see that you're struggling. I see that you're using all of this to cope. You know, you're overindulging, overspending, and you're using this to cope with something that you've got going on, okay? But this is not what I signed up for, and you're actually harming us as a collective. You're harming the collective in some way, whether this is the whole family, whether this is your children, whether this is extended family, friends, whatever, whoever this may be to you, whatever that may be to you as far as the big picture, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, okay? That happy family, your inner circle. the advice here is it's time to do something about it. Take a bit of a different perspective. Realize that you are actually maybe a bit more equipped to be handling your finances than they are at this time. And revisit the commitment and with them, okay? Revisit the commitment with them and say, hey, I didn't think that this is what we were doing here with this. What's going on? Because things are kind of getting out of hand with all this, and it's not really what I signed up for. I didn't realize that it was going to be like this, So be bold, be brave, okay, you guys. Take care of this pretty quickly is what I'm hearing. I know it's kind of uncharted territory, new territory for you. It's not unkind to be direct, okay? I know this is most likely, if you're sharing money with this person, this is a family member or a significant other, this is someone that you probably love very much and care about very much, and you do not want to hurt them. You don't want to harm the relationship, okay? And I understand that, but it's not unkind to be direct, all right, you guys? So this is what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. Please like the video if it resonated with you. Subscribe to the channel. It helps it so much. And also, if you hit that little bell icon, you won't miss any of my readings. What else? If there's any sort of readings you'd like to see, any sort of topics, leave that in the comment section down below, as always. And so, yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for being here. And I want to thank your guides for coming through to help deliver this message to you. And I will see you all in your next reading. Bye.